You're looking at the wrong problem. I know that sounds strange. The situation feels urgent. The pressure feels heavy. And all you can see right now is the obstacle, the challenge, the thing that isn't working, the thing that won't change, the thing keeping you awake at night. But what if that's not the real problem? What if the thing you're focused on isn't what needs your attention most? You've spent so much time staring at the mountain that you've forgotten to look at the one who moves mountains. You've spent so much time analyzing the storm that you've forgotten who controls the wind and the waves. You've spent so much time measuring the obstacle that you've stopped measuring my power. God says the size of your problem has grown because it's become the center of your attention. Every day you replay it. Every day you worry about it. Every day you imagine outcomes and scenarios. And little by little, the problem has become bigger in your mind than it really is. The real problem isn't always the obstacle. Sometimes the real problem is the fear surrounding it. Sometimes the real problem is the belief that you're facing it alone. Sometimes the real problem is forgetting who I am. I know you're waiting for circumstances to change, but before circumstances change, perspectives often do. Because when your perspective changes, your peace changes, your hope changes, your strength changes. Think about how many times you've faced challenges before. Moments when you were convinced you wouldn't make it. Moments when the obstacle seemed impossible. Moments when fear told you there was no way forward. Yet, here you are. God says why? Because I was with you then, and I am with you now. You're looking at the wrong problem. You're asking, how will this work out? When you should be asking, can God be trusted? You're asking, what if it doesn't happen? When you should be remembering how many times I've already made a way. You're asking, what if everything falls apart? When you should be asking, what if God is already working? Fear wants you to focus on the problem. Faith invites you to focus on me. Fear wants your attention trapped in what you cannot control. Faith reminds you of the one who controls what you cannot. I am not telling you to ignore your situation. I am telling you not to worship it. Don't give the problem more attention than you give my promises. Don't spend more time listening to fear than listening to truth. Don't allow today's obstacle to make you forget yesterday's miracles. There is something bigger happening than what you currently see. There is growth happening, preparation happening, healing happening, guidance happening, even when you don't recognize it. Some of your greatest breakthroughs began when you stopped obsessing over the problem and started trusting me again. Some answers appeared when you released the need to control everything. Some peace arrived when you stopped demanding immediate solutions. Child, lift your eyes. Look beyond the obstacle. Look beyond the delay, because the story is bigger than the problem you're staring at, and I am bigger than the problem you're carrying. The obstacle is not the center of the story. I am. The fear is not the center of the story. I am. You're looking at the wrong problem, because the greatest question isn't whether the obstacle is big. The greatest question is whether I am bigger. And the answer has always been yes. If you're choosing to focus on God instead of the problem, type "God is bigger" in the comments. If God used this message to remind you that He is bigger than your problem, a super thanks is a wonderful way to support this ministry and help these messages reach more hearts around the world. Thank you for your kindness and support.